All right, folks. So I'm going to demonstrate how we open up a data set and explore the information that we identified for this class. So I've pulled data from a few different places. One of them is the census.data.gov, Berkshire County statistics. So I'm going to drop this link actually right into the lab exercise, and we will call this the okay. Link instead. All right. So if I go back to this website, okay, it shows me a bunch of different general statistics here. I can explore. They've already taken the data and visualized it for us. So for example, in your final project, you could always share or embed this frame into your PowerPoint if you wanted to. So that's something that's available to you, but we're not going to do that right now. Say we are interested, for example, in business and the economy. Okay, so this is a little slow, but this is very data heavy. Oh, there is nothing. Data heavy site in general. For some reason, it's not seeming to pull these. There we go. Okay. So living arrangements, children under 18 by age range. So most of the 8% of the population is between 5 and 14. So you can kind of go through and start to get familiar. 43% of households are married coupled households versus a male household or a female household. Okay. So come down here. You can see marital status by sex. Obviously, this is binary, which is problematic for a number of reasons, but at least they have this. So we also can continue to scroll down. And so as I scroll down, you'll see that the map is changing too. So I can begin to see here, what is the most populous county by what demographic. Okay. So this is a great site for you guys to probably pull from for your projects in general, since or for your group projects, especially since we're focused specifically on Berkshire County. But say I wanted this data set in specific. Let's see. I am... Okay, so I'm just kind of looking through to see what we have here. All right. So total population, and you'll see that, these are summed in different ways. So, and they're disaggregated in different ways. We have total female male, okay, total by age. And so like all of these should in theory end up all equaling the same thing. So I'm going to take this particular data set because I think this is a great one for our purposes today. All right, so I can export it in a few different ways. I can share it, as I'm sure you can imagine at this point. One of the big things in this class has been citation. So we're going to cite this, we're going to download the data, and we're also going to link to this. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to download this as a CSV. This is the simplest format. Okay. I'm also going to download it as an Excel just so we can see what it looks like. And then I'm going to click on Cite. I'm going to copy it in my preferred format. And I'm going to come back in here. And I'm actually going to put this at the beginning. I'm going to put this. Here we go. Now it has its own citation. I can come back to it later if I need to as well. Okay. So now how do I work with the data that I've just downloaded? I'm using the Chrome browser here. So I know my little indicator up here is my Chrome browser. Okay, so I come here and let's put it in my recent downloads folder. Okay, if I come scroll over here, I'm working on a Mac computer at home. I could say show in Finder and it'll pop it up for me. I could rename it here if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that now. I'm actually just going to head on over to my folder. For this week, I'm going to upload it here. Okay, so I'm in my OneDrive, which I can get to through my three dots. Okay, then I usually just navigate this way. All right, we are in week 9. Okay, so I'm going to add files for upload, and I'm going to navigate to these 2 files. And now they're here and they're available. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to an easier name for me. So ACS stands for the American Community Survey. Okay. And then I'm just going to go back over here real quickly and housing estimates. So I'm going to leave it at that for 2020. Okay. And then this is the download date. Download on 2021, 11/01. And it even gives me a timestamp, which I don't really need, but I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. So I renamed this file something that's just a little bit more friendly. Okay. So that is the Excel version. And then CSV's version. I'm going to leave it as it is. Okay. So I now have 2 data sets in here. I've got this one, which is a little bit less friendly. Okay, I pulled this from the Reporters Without Borders World Freedom Index. Okay, it's not in the most friendly format for me. I could look at it as a list. Let me see if I download it this way. It's same. Okay, so if I'm looking at this data, this is really difficult for me to work with. I'm going to have to do some transformation on it before I'm able to manipulate it. If I open up the American Community Survey data, it is an Excel sheet. Okay, and so this first sheet, why is this? Let me get rid of this. There it goes. All right. Is there a way to move this? Aha. Okay. It's got to go somewhere else for now. Oh. All right. There it is. Okay. So, AC demographic information. I can see like, what is this data set? This is all meta information about the data I've just downloaded. These are the 1-year profiles. The geo information is Berkshire County. Didn't exclude anything. This is where I can find it on the web. Table notes. Okay. Although these are, produced, they're still estimates, a bunch of disclosures about the information, how you can find more information about each indicator itself. Okay. Data are based on samples. This means that they don't speak to every single household. They take a sample of the population and then use that to extrapolate to the wider, general group. Okay. So it reflects data as of March 2020. Okay. So some other